Dang, man, we talking about Josh Primo again?
I want some rest.
Are we having fun yet?
I swear, I'm changing this channel's name to Clan the Primo Fan because I'm a big fan, guys. I'm a huge fan of Joshua Primo. So I thought it would be fun just to look back at some old quotes from Josh Primo and yeah, just kind of talk about some aspects of his game that I think is going to really be able to shine in this upcoming season. Now, this isn't going to be like super in-depth or anything, but I just found this very interesting because it still kind of has this dark cloud over Primo where fans that didn't pay attention, okay, I think you just didn't pay attention, believes that Josh Primo isn't anything special. Like, there's nothing really there. He didn't show us statistically. Who cares? He's not doing much. And I did notice some of the things of his game that was very apparent, even though he wasn't really in a defined role at all. Now, in the G League, he was more of a go get it type of guy, go get a bucket type of guy, and they wanted him to facilitate somewhat, but for the most part, they kind of wanted him to take over the offense on the scoring end. But with that being said, that's besides the point. He played phenomenal. He was a really good guard. He was a really good point guard. He did a lot of things right in the G League. And then once he came to the San Antonio Spurs, Pop more so put him in the role that he was in Alabama, where you're going to be more of a catch and shoot because he didn't do any practices with the Spurs, really. They don't practice much, so he didn't really have any time to really gel with the guys. But even with that being said, I think he still managed to adapt and got even better as the season went on. And that's going to be a big part of what we're talking about. So let's talk a little bit about SGA. So if you guys don't know, he actually is very close with SGA. So initially, when he was first drafted, or he was getting ready to be drafted, this is what your boy Primo had to say about SGA. He's Canadian. Stupid. He's Canadian, so I got to talk to him a bit. He just gave me a little bit of knowledge on how to approach this draft process. I'll probably talk to him again when I'm selected and think about what I'm going to do from there. It's always a great opportunity to be able to continue talking to people who have also been there before in order to be one step ahead in a way. Now, I've said this before and I've alluded to this before, but I had no idea that Primo actually said this. So as you guys know, I've compared Joshua Primo to SGA before. I thought that they were pretty similar in their versatility and the way that they can approach the game. But this is actually what Primo had to say about SGA. The way he's able to squeeze the pitch with his height, his wingspan, and his ability to finish in the circle, I think that's something I want to be able to do when arriving in the league. Where he's very strong is in his way of exploiting the ball out of the screen, and that's something I'm looking to show as well. I think there are some similarities, not necessarily the ones I showed when I was in Alabama, but something that I definitely have in my game. So he is basically straight up saying, look, I didn't get to show anything that I had, okay? You guys have no idea how great I'm going to be. But honestly, just to be honest, even in the NBA, I don't think he necessarily been able to really show it thus far. And he's still learning. It's real competition. But this is what actually gets me pretty excited. So this is what Josh Primo had to say about his experiences. So we'll just start here. He represented Canada in the 2019 FIBA Under-19 Basketball World Cup at just 16 years old as the youngest player on the team. Additionally, in both high school and AAU basketball, he frequently played with guys many years older than him. Primo considers playing up as something that's helped him get to where he is now and will prepare him, oh my God, him for the NBA. All right, so this is what he had to say. I think it was one of the biggest pieces for myself. I've always played up, whether it's 1, 2, or 3 years up. I came into it giving everything I have, knowing I'm a basketball player, and so is everyone else. Coming into every situation, doing what I know how to do, I think gives you the type of confidence that you can play in any situation. You're able to adapt. Now, I really do believe this, okay? And I've said this over and over again. I think Joshua Primo is going to be a type of player that can do a little bit of everything. When you think about SGA, he can do a little bit of everything. He does whatever the team kind of asks for him. Most of the time it was, we need you to, get us some buckets, but he is a very good passer. If they need him to be more of a facilitator, he'll fit that role. If he has to be off ball, he can do that. If he has to just take over the offense, he'll do that. And I think that's what Josh Primo is going to be. I don't necessarily see him putting up 30 points per game, but I do see him, if the team needs that he can kind of fit in that role and do that. So I just absolutely love his versatility on both ends of the court. Some people say he's a two-way. I think he's kind of more than that, but I understand. Like, he's good defensively. He's good at shooting the ball. He's good at passing. He's good at reading defenses. He's high IQ player. I think that he can fit in many roles, and whatever Pop asks him to do, I guarantee you, I just have a lot of faith that he'll be able to do it, whatever that thing is. So all I'm trying to say is I absolutely love Josh Primo, obviously, and him being compared to SGA before even coming to the NBA is pretty mind-blowing. And it kind of took me back when we didn't really know who Josh Primo was, and I was looking at highlights and breakdowns of him previously, and I was like, what's so special here? He's just catching and shooting. And then when we kind of realized once he got to the G League, oh wait, there's way more here, it just took me aback a little bit. So I did want to just go back and see what he had to say about his game even before he got drafted. This kid has always been confident. But yeah, anyways, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll get with you later. If you want to support the channel, only $2 per month. Patreon and YouTube links below. Thanks for all the love. Until next time, deuces.